everybody loves you because you're not competition.
Her and her nails, she doing it. She get what she want.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I know it's been a minute. I missed y'all. Hope y'all missed me. But God sat me down. Me and him had a talk. He had to, he had to renew me. He really rebirthed me in so many ways. And I really want to talk about that. So let's do it. In December, I had came back home, right? And the minute I stepped back home, everything looked different. Like, I couldn't put my finger on it, but life was different for me. Life was just, I don't know. It was kind of like, it's like a newborn looking at new things. That's how I felt. But I didn't know at the time what that was until like probably 2 months later. So in December, God had told me that I need to go on consecration, right? Me not knowing anything about that or what it is, I went on a 30-day consecration. I read John 1, 2, and 3, and I read Revelation. Now, y'all, I read the Bible, but rarely. I don't really know the stories that much. I didn't even know all the chapters that was in the book. I didn't know it had that many. You know what I'm saying? I just know like the basic stuff that most people just talk about. But speaking of that, Revelations, there's a big boy. I think everybody needs to get into Revelation. If not that, read John, because John gonna get you there. I don't know. John put his foot down. But when he did that, and I read all that stuff, my eyes were open to the way that I was, how I was, and what I was doing, right? All of it really just let me know that I was lost deep in idolatry and divination. And it hurt me to know that I was living like that, because I consider myself a really good, decent person that lived good for God, because I wasn't doing people wrong. I didn't think I was living a sinful life or anything like that, right? Like, I just wasn't thinking that I wasn't living a sinful life. But it was like the little things that we do each and every day that you wouldn't even think is a sin. I was sinning. I didn't like that. So I put myself on a 2 weeks fast, right? Trying to get even closer to God. Because if you know, once you start getting close to God, baby, you get involved with God. You want God everywhere. You want to get so close to Him. You get obsessed with God. If you know, I look crazy. And what I seen was, He's still working. He still got His hands on us. He's still out there renewing the ones that are bounded, that are chained down, that's getting lied to, they're in guilt and shame. Like, He got y'all. I want y'all to know that. For the people that think that don't nobody got them, God got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting emotional. Hold on, let's take a break. But let's talk about the divination. So I know y'all know about that big sweep that the witches had did in the world and everything like that. But everybody was getting deep in the tarot cards. They was getting deep in trying to understand things that they were not supposed to understand. We're not supposed to understand this. We did not know. We're trying to understand why people do the things that they do. We're trying to see what's to come. We're trying to get prepared and everything like that. It's just a form of control, because we're not really supposed to know all that until it's due time. Because regardless of it, God is not going to give you more than what you can handle. And I say that because I was a person that I needed to know my next move. I need to know what was coming up and everything like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you know anybody that's in that, send them this video. That shit is a lie. That's a lie. Those are things that watch you, demons that watch you. That should be as crazy. But those are things that watch you, understand you, tell you what you want to hear, give you 10% of it, and then at the end, after they they get what they get out of you. They got you locked in. They taking it back. That's a lie. So I want y'all to know that's a lie. Okay? I got a verse for y'all. Hold on. We in Deuteronomy 18. Okay. Verses 10 and 11. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fine, or the use of divination, or an observer of times, or an encounter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consultant with a familiar spirit. Keyword familiar. I don't know. I'm a little animated. I feel deep about that, because it's like I fell into that, and I want everybody to be safe from that. A familiar spirit, or a wizard, or a necromancer. Okay? Now, if that's how you want to live, by all means, live the way you want to live. At the end of the day, I love you. I'm still praying for you. I pray that God save your soul. I pray that you come. Join the right side, baby. Come. It's really crazy what it does, because it's really trying to take over the world, and it's really like it's scrambling everybody's mind. And I just want to let y'all know this stuff is not real. That's not it. If you really want to know the truth, if you really want to like understand what's going on around you, read Proverbs to get into the wisdom, because that's really what you need is wisdom. You need to read a chapter a day, 1 or 2 chapters a day. If not, read 1 verse. Get your daily bread in. So let's talk about idolatry. I did not know that I was really idolizing so many things that I was doing. Like I was living in so much idolatry. I was living idolatry for people. I was living for idolatry. My phone was idolatry. It was food. It was my idolatry. It was so many idols that I was putting before God, that I was putting before myself. And I'm gonna be honest about that, because I can only be authentic, y'all. So I just want to just put it out there. I know I'm probably talking too much, but I just feel like this is the right thing to say. So I want to run. I want to walk so some people can run. I was idolizing a lot of things, and God had to strip that away from me. God had to take that away from me. That's why I was in a pruning season all of last year. He took away a person from me. He took away a job title I had. He took away a place that I was having. He took away a lot of stuff to get my attention. And I can honestly say thank you. I can honestly say thank you. Because he did his big one by saving me. But yes, I have a verse for y'all for that. Alright, y'all. We're reading Deuteronomy 4, chapter 4, verse 15 through 19. God was talking through Moses to the Israelites. Take careful heed to yourself, for you saw no form when the Lord spoke to you, lest you act corruptly and make for yourselves a carried image in the form of any figure, the likeness of a male or female, the likeness of any animal that is on the earth, or the likeness of any winged bird that flies in the air, the likeness of anything that creeps on the ground, or the likeness of any form that is in the water beneath earth. And take heed lest you lift your eyes to heaven when you see the sun, the moon, the stars, all the host of heaven, you feel driven to worship them and serve them, which your Lord has given to all people under the whole heaven as a heritage. So basically, he gave that to everybody. Don't worship anything that he gave to everybody. Why are you worshiping a bird? Why are you worshiping a statue that's empty? Worshiping stars that he gave us to see as heritage. heritage. It's a key word here. Heritage. I'm gonna leave it there though. What I learned was I had control issues. I was idolizing a lot. I was depressed. I was sad. I had a great job, but I was idolizing it. I had a nice place, but I felt alone. A big furnished, like everything was nice. It was like everything I truly wanted, but I was alone in there. Doom scrolling. I was mindless eating. I was living in lust. I was living in shame. I was living in guilt, and I was doing all of that for validation, from lack of self-love. I felt like since I had accomplished the big house, the nice job, the great career, it was okay career. It was okay career. I could finally be perfect, and nobody's perfect. But now I see that the covenants that I was making was holding me down. The idolatry things that I was having was just empty shells. So I decided to give myself to Christ. Now that I'm free and everything, my days are so much calmer. And I had to just say thank you to God for everything, because I was trying to be my best self for everybody, when honestly I'm my best self already. Right now I'm just elevating every day, and I'm just becoming 1% better than I was yesterday, and I'm just so thankful for that. So that's the end of it, you guys. That's all I have. I hope this really helps you. I really hope that if you don't do nothing, you turn to God. You know what I'm saying? If you're anxious, worry about one day at a time. Matthew 6:34. I just want to say to anybody that's out there that's watching this video right now, or that came across or sent this video, I just want to let you know you are important. You are special. And if ain't nobody told you anything, I love you and I care for you, and I will miss you if anything will happen. I love you. Bye.